little break, but we are back here now with former Georgia great and one of the co-founders of the Players Lounge, Mr. Kieth Marshall.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me. We're excited about today, obviously.
Absolutely, thanks for coming on. So, for those who do not know, what is the...
Absolutely, so obviously NIL was new so these kids could get compensated, and so we wanted to come up with a way that facilitated that in a way that gave fans a new type of experience. And so the Players Lounge is a platform where the players, they engage with the fans pay a monthly subscription, they get exclusive content, in-person events like this one. We've done some fun stuff in terms of private chats and stuff like that really allow the fans to get to know the athletes in a new way.
Nice. Yeah, so when you guys have kind of a Discord and all of that, where fans get to interact with current players. How many players are currently with the Players
at UGA, we started off with 11 last year.
For those who, you guys are partnered with Classic City Collective, right? Mm-hmm. And if you don't mind, I know your Players Lounge and Classic City Collective is kind of its own entity, but how do you guys work together? Yeah,
so we view Classic City Collective as the official collective of obviously UGA. They work very closely with the Athletic Association to make sure that NIL is done the right way. Obviously, our project kind of is similar to theirs, but we brand across different schools. So we thought it was a great opportunity to put our heads together. We're all trying to go in the same direction and provide these kids opportunities. And so what that relationship looks like is different events. We kind of put them on together. They bring in their side, we bring in our side. And then we have a lot of the obviously digital media in terms of content and digital assets that we can do pretty well. And so we look to partner with them on those things in the future.
Awesome. So I know you're not the only former UGA great who's involved with this project. Who else is partnered with you in this?
So obviously Aaron Murray, that's the co-CEO right now. Me and him are kind of running things. Ty Fricks and Trent Fricks both played long snapper. They were kind of the brains of the operations initially, and they've since kind of passed it over to me and Aaron. So we all co-founded it back in December, and now here we are.
So if somebody wants to learn more about Players Lounge, get involved, become a member so they can come to events like this, tell how do we do that?
So www.theplayerslounge.io website. DGD Mafia has a channel. You have all the information you need there. In order to join the community, support the athletes, get access to everything that we're offering, you go on the marketplace, you purchase one of our DGDs, which is basically just your ticket, and then you're a member. It's really easy.
All right, I can't get you up here on set without talking to you a little bit about your playing days.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing now, first of all, and kind of how has attending the University of Georgia sort of, affected your career path and what you got going on?
So I graduated in 15, and then I got drafted by Washington. Spent a few years there, but was banged up for the most part. And really didn't know what I wanted to do, but the University of Georgia is very, very strong, and I feel like I did the right things in terms of getting in front of people, presenting myself the right way when I was in college. So they actually afforded me the opportunity to go to Emory to get an MBA that fully was paid, and a lot of those relationships came from my time at Georgia. So I just graduated from Emory in May. Had some other opportunities on the table, but decided that this was kind of what I wanted to put my energy in. So I'm focusing, full time on the Players Lounge right now.
Great. That's awesome. John, I know you got some questions for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, so our listeners are mostly Georgia fans. I would love to know, what's one of your favorite moments of your playing days in Georgia? Like, when you look back over your time, what's a moment that kind of stands out?
It's kind of a lame answer because it was so early on in my career, but my freshman year, I was somewhat healthy. I had a good season. I remember the Tennessee game was kind of a coming out party for me. I had a couple big runs, and me and Todd we had a great game, and that's kind of when the whole Gershel thing got going for a few weeks, and then that phased itself out. But that was a really exciting time for me, just from a high school kid, true freshman, to go out there and to kind of live out that dream. It was awesome.
And you're from the Raleigh area originally. What made you decide to come down to Athens?
So interestingly enough, because I've actually gotten a chance to know and told him this, but I was always somebody growing up that I was a fan of players, brand new, so we're having to navigate that. But we're super excited about what's the opportunity that's before us, and we want to make sure we're doing things the right way for these kids.
Yeah, so you guys did Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
How can people find those if they want to, tune in?
Get ready for so we have two Twitter accounts. The Players Lounge is the overall parent company's Twitter account, and then you got DGD Mafia account. And so throughout the year, we'll be doing
Awesome.
Bro.
Thanks for joining us, and
go Dawgs.
You guys, go Dawgs. Score prediction?
said something on Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
38-17.
That was my for the pregame show. Hey, I knew it. My for the pregame show. Hey, I knew it, man.
Hey, great minds think alike.
You guys are in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Awesome. Keith, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Appreciate your
Appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, that was Keith Marshall. He's kind enough to join us. Lots of fun hanging out with him. If you guys are watching or listening, you're on the way to the stadium, definitely come down here and check this out. It's a great event. Smell lots of good food. There's a big cooker over there. And Keith Marshall's around. I think Noshawn Marino and Todd Gurley and lots of other UGA greats will be down here as the day comes on. So before we go, I need your, you just gave us your score prediction, but give me a couple keys to the game for Georgia, Oregon, and then we'll talk about prize picks.
Yeah, keys to the game. I think for me, there's really two things. One, Georgia has to play well up front, get pressure on Bo Nix. You can't, Bo Nix, we know that under pressure, we've seen it 3 times versus him, that he's not very good under pressure, which most quarterbacks aren't.
Sure.
So I think, for me, get pressure on Bo Nix up front with a front 7. Georgia has to play the tight ends. They have to figure out what mismatches they have and exploit those in a big way. I also think Georgia has to run the ball. I think you have to establish that physicality with Oregon, and those are the keys. My 3 keys of the game is physicality, find your mismatches, and then figure out from the defensive side how to get pressure. Pretty simple.
Absolutely, yeah. Georgia pressured Bo Nix 17 times in the game last year, and on those, 18 times.
Yeah.
On those 18 dropbacks, he was 5 of 18 for 39 yards.
Wow.
So if Georgia's able to do that today, I think that they will have quite a good time. The other, I think the key for Georgia on offense is, like we talked about earlier, if they can get that run game going, it's just going to be hard for them to stop.
To you guys.
Man, awesome.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a We have a person saying they just subscribed to us live on the air. So we'll talk about Dawgs
There you
Central
go.
later too. Subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
No better advertisement. No better advertisement.
/ register. Go check it out. We'll send you a free sticker. Lots of great analysis. Lots of great.
Yeah, I love Brian Rice for App State versus North Carolina. 239.5 on that is what I'm playing. And Brock Bowers 59.5 receiving yards. I'm taking the over on that one too.
I am with you on the over for Brock Bowers. I'm also going to go over 190.5 passing yards for Bo Nix because I don't think Oregon can run the football.
There you go.
So I think that they are going to drop back 45, 50 times in this game.
Do you want to give us the last two keys of the game and your score prediction to end the show?
Yes. So I think if Georgia can run the ball, this is going to be a long day for Oregon. I think the key for Georgia on defense is going to be to get physical with those wide receivers on the boundary.
Yep.
They are unproven, but they are big and athletic.
Yep.
If you get into a situation where you're kind of playing jump ball with them over and over, then you're going to see some explosive plays. So I think Lassiter and Ringo have to jam those wide receivers at the line of scrimmage. And last but not least, Stetson Bennett, just play within yourself, right? Which we've seen him do, 95% of the time.
Yep.
I think that he's going to have a big day.
Yeah.
We'll see how big. Will we be talking about how smart I was to place the Stetson Bennett Heisman future by 8 o'clock tonight? Maybe, maybe not.
Hey.
Score prediction, I'm going to go 45-20. Georgia wins.
Perfect. I'm going 38-17 with Keith Marshall. That's what I said earlier this week. So
awesome.
Sounds good. Josh, you got a score prediction, Josh?
Yeah, Josh, score prediction.
31-20 31-20 is what Dawgs Stat says from his model. It's the model talking. It's not 31-20 from Dawgs Stats. All right, y'all.
Thank you guys for joining us this morning. Thank you to the Players Lounge, Classic City Collective, BMW of Atlanta for having us. We are going to go get some of this good-looking food and get ready to go watch Dogs vs. Ducks. But if you're coming down here, be sure to stop by and say hello.